Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into the single most underestimated part of the marketing mix. I'm talking about the one thing that can make or break even the most amazing products. And no, it's not the product itself, or the price, or some clever ad campaign. So what is it? Let's get into it.
Okay, to see what I mean, let's start with a bit of a mystery. Picture a Maserati, right? A super exclusive brand. In some countries, selling 100 of their cars can take an entire year. But one time, they just completely shattered every sales record in their history. So, how long do you think it took them to sell 100 cars? A day? An hour?
18 seconds. I mean, just think about that. 100 cars gone. Vanished in the time it takes to tie your shoes. It's an absolutely mind-blowing number. But, the really shocking part isn't the speed, it's how they did it.
Get this. They didn't redesign the car, they didn't slash the price, they didn't run some huge new ad campaign. The only thing they changed was the place. They moved from their fancy, exclusive showrooms to a huge online marketplace in China. And boom, that one move opened up a whole new world. This, right here, is the raw power of the channel. It's your product's secret springboard to success.
But this unseen force, this channel, it's a double-edged sword. It can work for you, but it can also work against you. So let's look at what happens when a channel strategy goes perfectly right and what happens when it goes catastrophically wrong.
So on one side, you've got Maserati using a new channel like a rocket launcher. But on the other side, you've got a company like Carabao Beer. They had a great new product everyone was excited about, a huge marketing budget, everything was lined up for a massive launch. And they hit a brick wall. Hard. Their launch was dead on arrival before a single bottle even got sold. So what on earth happened? Well, the two big, dominant beer companies in the market did something ruthless. They went to every single distributor and made them an offer they just couldn't refuse. They said, for 1 month, we will double your profit margin. All you have to do is not stock Carabao. Just like that, the channel was completely blocked. The product couldn't even get on the shelves. It's a tough story, but it proves a crucial point. Your sales channel is often the hardest, most defensible part of your whole business.
Okay, so now that we know the stakes are incredibly high, how do you choose the right path for your product? Well, it really all boils down to one fundamental choice.
You've got two main options. You can go direct, selling straight to your customers. That means you control the whole experience and you keep all the profits. Or you can use an intermediary, a middleman. Think about a chain like 7-Eleven. Now, they might take a 50% cut, which sounds like a lot, right? But in exchange, you get instant access to thousands of stores and millions of customers, basically overnight. You're trading profit for massive, massive reach.
So, how do you make that call? Well, you can use a simple checklist like this. First, look at your market. Are your customers all clustered together in one place, like, say, heart surgeons? Then direct makes sense. But if they're spread all over the country, you're going to need an indirect channel. Then think about the product. Is it super complex and needs a lot of explanation? Go direct. Is it a can of soda? Well, that can sell itself on a shelf. This whole exercise just forces you to ask, what's more important to us? Total control or speed and scale?
All right, but here's the thing. Choosing a channel, that's not the finish line. Nope, it's actually the beginning of a long-term relationship, one that you have to actively manage if you want it to work.
I love this quote because it is so, so true. If you pick the wrong partner right from the beginning, no amount of clever management is going to fix it. It's just a bad fit. You got to stop thinking of it as just a transaction and start thinking of it as a real strategic alliance. And to manage that alliance, you basically need to learn two different languages. The first is trade marketing. That's how you talk to the retailer, the store. It's all about convincing them to give you that prime, eye-level shelf space. But then you've got shopper marketing. That's how you talk to the actual customer standing in the aisle, trying to convince them to pick you. And you have to be fluent in both to win.
So at that moment of truth, when the shopper is right there, your job is actually pretty simple. You have 3 goals. First, your display has to be so good it makes them stop in their tracks. Then, something about your product has to make them want to hold it, to actually pick it up.
And finally, you have to give them that last little nudge to close the deal and put it in their cart. Stop, hold, close. That's the mantra.
Now, of course, that point of purchase isn't just a physical shelf anymore, is it? As everything moves online, those same principles, stop, hold, close, still apply. But the playing field is changing at lightning speed. And in the digital world, it all comes down to one thing: customer convenience.
If you look at the e-commerce world today, it is completely dominated by these giant marketplaces. I mean, think about it. Over half, a full 55% of all online sales are happening on places like Shopee and Lazada. For most brands, you don't really have a choice. That's just where the customers are.
But the fastest growing channel, the place that's like a huge wave of opportunity right now, is video commerce. You've got platforms like TikTok that now have more active users than YouTube. It's massive. But to win there, you have to throw out the old rulebook. It requires a totally different approach.
The key is to play your best CARD. C is for concise. Get straight to the point, no fluff. A is for authentic. Have a real, unique style that people actually remember. R is for raw. Seriously, forget the slick, overproduced stuff. People can smell a corporate ad a mile away. They want realism. And D is for dynamic. You got to use changes in your tone, your visuals, anything to hold on to that super short attention span.
At the end of the day, success in any of these online channels really comes down to a simple formula. The number of people who visit your page, your sessions, times the percentage of them who actually buy, your conversion rate, times your price. That equals your sales. And if you want to grow those sales, the most powerful lever you can pull is just being everywhere, being on as many platforms as possible to drive those sessions way up.
So after all of this, Maserati, beer wars, online formulas, what's the one big takeaway? What does this all boil down to? It's this. Every single channel decision you make is really a decision about how convenient you want to be for your customer.
Look, a luxury brand like Maserati might make things a little difficult on purpose to create that feeling of exclusivity. But for pretty much everyone else, convenience is king. So the question you have to ask yourself about your own business is simple. Is your product's path to the customer designed to make your life easier or theirs? Because I promise you, the answer to that question will define your success.